Hi, I've decided to make my first explicitly 9/11 video. Like many of you, I'm sure, I've spent the last decade plus wondering what happened that day. Feeling pretty sure about my main feelings, but considering how serious of a matter it is to think a lot of these things, I spent a lot of time listening to different people, all different kinds of opinions. But 2 days ago I had a revelation which hit me like a ton of bricks. So I'm going to do a few videos here about the 9/11, and instead of making one long video, you can pick and choose. I'll try to break it down into specifications. The first one here I want to deal with, just because I thought of it a second ago. Bullshit 101. You go online, YouTube, whatever it is, you watch videos where somebody's got a title where they're questioning 9/11, maybe they're making a joke or this or that, and they're set up in some kind of a news scenario, whether it's mainstream or RT or Young Turks. What you're dealing with is somebody sitting at a really large desk with monitors in the background, and it's just like in the old Star Trek, Spock had a monitor above his head that was actually a painting, and just not really necessary, just a picture of a galaxy, as if a Starfleet, the bridge of a Starfleet ship needed to have something like that. I realize that was 1960s TV and they were just going for the decor, but really, the Star Trek fans, they don't like to talk about how stupid that is, essentially. Well, it's really stupid when that kind of thing's going on in a news program on ABC, NBC. Where you got people working in the background, supposedly, at the news desk, getting together the latest facts on some international peace. No. It's all junk. It's just unnecessary crap in the background and with neon frames. Whether it's Young Turks, RT, or mainstream CNN, whatever, the graphics and the flags, that's bullshit 101. Whenever you see something like that, you're dealing with insincerity, the heartbeat of insincerity. They're basically telling you, this is bullshit. We dare you to call us out on how ridiculous this is. Just hitting you in the first few seconds with just totally unnecessary framework. Another element of bullshit 101 is when they resort to ridicule. Okay? They bring some guest on to debate something, and the host, is mean to them. Subtly maybe, or outright, or they laugh at something they say, or they'll call them a name like O'Reilly will do, Hannity, any of them. Whenever they resort to that kind of thing, that's when you're dealing with somebody that's not being impartial at all. They're paid to slam this person, if not having it be an outright hoax on air, where the guest is in on it too, like WWF wrestling, where they know who's going to win and lose, and it's just for a show. I really, really believe that is almost 100% of the time what's going on. And they draw us in like a reality TV show with the intrigue of the drama between the two people. I personally just do not believe anymore that anyone goes on television where it's broadcast on by a business that's owned by billionaires, unless something's totally cleared, screened, nothing happens in a vacuum there. If not outright scripted, lines memorized by actors. That's frightening thought and a little bit ridiculous suggestion, but when you draw back to the basics of bullshit 101, so much of the world and things that we think are real are WWF, just on an RNA replication.